alive.
The story kicks off in 1967, where we get to witness some scientists working on a project by injecting themselves with a strange substance. At the same time, while they were at it, another scientist ran into the lab to inform them to stop the procedure, but unfortunately, it was already too late as they all begin to explode from inside out. Apparently, this also gave each of them a weird-looking powers as some of them developed tentacles in the weird part of their body. As a result, in a total panic and chaos, the whole place was set ablaze, and the doctor from earlier known as Thomas Godolkin went unconscious. The scene then shifted to a voice narrator narrating to we, the viewers, that in a nation rocked by chaos, division, and outrage, superhero are now under attack as Victoria Newman was a victim of a deep-state conspiracy which was hatched by the treasonous Robert Singer with the help of Starlight, who still remains at large. However, we are meant to know that Victoria Newman did not die in vain, as her death inspired President Calhoun to entrust the safety of superheroes to Homelander himself. Once this narration was over, we are then taken to Jordan, who is now in a secluded area in a cell. Immediately, some officers arrived to take him out. Unfortunately, while they were at it, he tried fighting them off, but to no avail. Once he got into the van, he met Emma Meyer, who seems very happy to see him. So after a very long ride, they arrive at their destination, but in a plot twist, they were brought to meet Kate. She informed them that she was responsible for their release, but just then, she also realized Andre was nowhere to be found. Immediately, she used her powers to read Jordan's mind, and at that exact moment, she figured out something had gone wrong. While this was ongoing, they get interrupted by a lady named Stacy Ferrara, who also has some strange stuff going on around her, but...
What the is that?
Anyways, Emma and Jordan are brought in for a press conference where Jordan gave a speech. Afterwards, Jordan continues to press Kate on the whereabouts of Marie. Kate informed Jordan that she doesn't know Marie's whereabouts, but what she knows is that as long as the supes are on campus and doesn't make any trouble, they are safe. At least that was the agreement she made in exchange of their release. While she continues her talk, Jordan angrily hit her. Meanwhile, in God U event, where the new dean gave a presentation where he explained and assured the people that the dedicated lab which was made to create a virus to wipe off supes from the face of the planet is now destroyed, and the program have now been exposed and shut down. So now his role as the new dean is to prepare every supes for this brave new world. Later on, Emma and Jordan had a conversation in their dorm regarding who their new dean was. Meanwhile, Kate approached Cypher to confront him about the death of her friend. She wanted to know how he died. Unfortunately, Cypher isn't willing to give her this information, so when Kate presses further by threatening to call Homelander, Sam angrily drags her arm, aiming to cut it off using a blender. In fear, Kate left the room, with Cypher ordering her to find Marie. Somewhere in the country, we get to see Marie purchasing something from a store, and once she was done, she went home to watch the press conference which Jordan and Emma had done earlier. So quickly, Marie head out for some fresh air, and on her way, she found some goons bullying and harassing a young man. So she quickly intervened and bid to help the young man, but sadly, they hit her. In anger, Marie furiously fights back and easily defeats them. On the other hand, Emma goes to visit Mr. Polarity, Andre's father. However, the visit seems not to be pleasant at first. Emma informed him that the dean was in the lab the day Andre died, but he wasn't willing to listen to whatever information Emma had. The scene shifted to the supes having some crazy party, but when Jordan tried talking to one of them, he refused, which made Jordan to angrily punch him. Nearby, Justine alongside Sam approached Emma, as Justine plans to host Emma in one of her podcasts, but unluckily, she will only be getting a punch from Emma. Sam tried to apologize for all he had done, but Emma isn't willing to listen as tells him about Andre's death before then getting too emotional. Sam immediately rushed to Kate to ask about Andre's death, but instead she uses her powers on him. Back to Marie, she was all alone in her house when all of a sudden, Dognot broke into her home to get her. And a serious battle ensues, and after a very long extended battle between Marie and Dognot, he managed to overpower her. However, luckily for Marie, Starlight arrived just in time to rescue her. On their way, Starlight informed Marie that she was able to find her due to the video posted online regarding her fight earlier. Starlight also wanted to know if Marie knows anything about the man named Thomas Godolkin, but since no one knows anything about this mysterious man, she wants Marie to go back into the university and bid to find more information on ODESSA. Some believe it was the reason for the university's creation in the first place. Unfortunately, Marie informed her that she can't help and all she wants to do right now is to find her own sister. Meanwhile, Emma gets to see the video of Marie fighting, and quickly, she ran straight to Jordan to show him or her. Unfortunately, while the two were on their way to find Marie, Kate seems to be nearby. After a very long search and find for Marie, Jordan and Emma managed to find Marie, and they all had a very long conversation regarding Andre's death, and we were meant to know that Andre died while trying to save them, but unfortunately, his powers weren't enough to save himself. While they were at it, Kate arrived at the scene. Marie is asked to return, but things take a darker turn when Kate peeks into her mind and discovers she has been speaking with Starlight. Kate urges her to confess everything to Vaught, but Marie refuses. When Kate attempts to force her with her powers, Jordan fires off an energy blast that slams Kate into a wall, leaving her bleeding from the head. Marie rushes to help, but she can't stop the bleeding without making physical contact, something too risky, since one touch would leave her exposed to Kate's control, but no one wants that. Desperate, Marie begs Emma to step in, but instead, Emma and the others walk away, leaving Kate behind to bleed out. Thinking Kate is already dead, Emma decides that the only shot they have at survival is returning to Godolkin, and that means Marie has to come with them. Marie makes a video laying out why she is heading back to Godolkin. From there, we cut straight to the dean's office, where Marie sits down with Dean Cypher to talk about her return. He admits to having been at Elmira, but when Marie presses him on what he actually did there, he quickly dodges the question. He suddenly whips out Andre's medical records, claiming they prove Andre is dealing with the same condition his father had, where overusing their powers slowly causes their brain to deteriorate. It's the very thing that killed Andre back in Elmira. He also informed Marie about Kate's attack and how she is currently undergoing a serious surgery at the hospital. Now at the hospital, Sam goes to visit Kate in order to know if she is okay, but unfortunately, Kate uses her power on one of the nurses, thereby informing Sam about what Marie and her crew did to her, before then violently controlling the nurse to kill the other. Meanwhile, Polarity pulls himself together and returns to Godolkin, this time as a faculty member. On the other hand, Jordan discovered the file which the dean gave to Marie regarding the death of Andre, and he is very furious by this, as they are still holding a grudge over Marie's earlier betrayal which left them in prison for months. But before they can sort things out, both are summoned to a new program called Hero Optimization. Once they were all present, Cypher explains that the program is reserved for the most promising young supes, designed to push them to fully understand and enhance their powers, given the fact none of them actually know how their abilities truly work. Marie, for example, knows she can weaponize blood, but she has no clue what part of it she is really manipulating. The plan is simple but brutal. Throw them into extreme situations that force them to unlock a deeper understanding of their powers, all while giving Cypher the perfect chance to study them. Their test for them is to survive a fight against a single supe powerful enough to wipe them all out on his own. In the end, Jordan manages to hit the target goal of the challenge by hitting the final button, but the exercise only drives home Cypher's point. None of them actually understand how their powers really work.
Oh my god, no!
Once this was done, Emma is approached by Andre's dad and bid to kick off their plan. By teaming up with Emma, he sets his sights on digging into the dean. Nearby, Marie and Jordan clash over the medical records. Both carry guilt, blaming themselves for what they did or failed to do back in the detention center to save Andre, but amid the grief, they share memories of Andre that bring a brief moment of warmth, leading to a surprisingly romantic connection between them. Meanwhile, Emma and Polarity's search takes them to the library, where Emma sweet-talks the librarian into granting them access to the archives so they can dig up dirt on Dr. Godolkin. Inside, they stumble upon a hidden lair packed with Nazi and memorabilia once owned by Godolkin. But the real revelation comes when they uncover a file on ODESSA, a discovery that finally answers many of the questions they have been chasing. Meanwhile, Sam approached deep, and while he was at it, Sam gets fresh proof of Emma's involvement when a student admits she swiped his phone and used it to book a cab straight to the spot where Kate had been left fighting for her life. Outside the university, everyone celebrates the news about finding those who attacked Kate, and it is revealed that Vought twisted Kate's attack into a cover to wipe out several Starlighters, and among the dead, Marie spots a familiar face, the same boy she once saved from bullies while on the run. At that very moment, Emma arrives with the ODESSA file, and the truth drops like a bomb. Marie is ODESSA, or at least, the result of the project carrying that name. Kate, on the other hand, have now used her powers to kill everyone in charge of her treatment.
What did you get into?
With the ODESSA file laid out before them, the pieces start to click. Marie is directly tied to it. Polarity even suggests she might be the very weapon Starlight had warned about. Overwhelmed, Marie struggles to process the weight of it all. Desperate for answers, she chooses to track down Aunt Pam, who is her mother's best friend, someone she hasn't spoken to since the night she accidentally killed her parents. Kate is finally discharged from the hospital, but she is clearly shaken and possibly weakened, her powers seeming dulled. When she comes face to face with Marie, Jordan, and Emma, she stays tight-lipped, offering nothing about what really happened during the attack. Meanwhile, Sam's decline is growing worse with violent flashbacks, and also seeing people as puppets. Even inanimate objects mock and insult him. Kate pressures Cypher to come clean about who really attacked her, but he brushes her off. Instead, he intimidates her with a fake back and forth with Homelander. He coldly reminds her that without her powers she's nothing more than human, urging her to focus on recovery. Instead of doing so, Kate goes to meet Emma, but fortunately, she didn't sew anything crazy. Meanwhile, just as Emma was in the store, she realized someone has been putting up a flyer around while also threatening the staff. So while trying to figure out who this person could be, Emma realized it was a speedster doing. Immediately, she chased after him, and after a long chase, she unfortunately get blasted. On the other hand, Sam, who is now desperate for Kate, he turns to Kate for help, but she is powerless to ease his unraveling mind. With no escape from the chaos in his head, Sam finally gives in to the rage as he proceeds to destroy anything and anyone in his way. Jordan arrived to help him out, but this only led to a battle between the two. After a long extended fight, Jordan managed to bring Sam under control as the two discuss about Sam's brother. Meanwhile, Marie tracks down Pam, her mother's old friend. From her, she learns the shocking truth: she was conceived at the Godolkin Clinic. Pam hands over a stack of photos from the time of her birth, snapshots of her parents, and one of Cypher himself holding baby Marie. The real bombshell drops when Marie learns that Cypher wasn't just present at her birth, he was the doctor who delivered her, proving he knows far more than he's been letting on. While this was going on, Emma gets to discover Justine powers as she can camouflage into different individual powers. Back to Marie, her talk with Pam softens. The tension eases as they flip through old photos of her parents, and for a moment Marie feels lighter. But before leaving, Marie takes a quick stop to the restroom, but this leads to another jaw-dropping discovery, a room clearly lived in by her sister Annabeth. Pam had adopted her all along and kept it a secret. The truth ignites a heated argument as Pam admits that both she and Annabeth have always been afraid of Marie. After all, she massacred her own parents. Marie pushes back, insisting she never asked for these powers, and that the tragedy was the result of her parents' choices, not hers. All she wants is for Annabeth not to see her as a monster. But Pam delivers the harsh reality, which was it was Annabeth's choice to stay away. Meanwhile, Sam finds a rare moment of calm while spending time with Jordan. The two sit together watching kids' shows, and interestingly, the puppets and animated figures on screen look eerily similar to the ones that haunt Sam in his visions. Later on, the campus comes alive for the 60th anniversary celebration of Godolkin University. Jordan takes the stage for a speech, but midway through, shifts into their female form and drops a bombshell on a crowd, as he revealed that Andre is dead and confessing to being the one who attacked Kate, and not the Starlightus. The Season 2 Episode 1 of 3 of Gen V then came to an end. Kindly subscribe to get updated on the remaining episodes, which drop every Wednesday. Thanks for watching and goodbye.